And you are welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast, under the auspices of Radio Biafra London. You are welcome, and I will ask you to welcome those around you. I will ask you to do the same and welcome everyone and ensure that you spread this message. Let everyone be able to follow up. This is Radio Biafra. Today we are going to be talking about a very simple topic. And as a question, why is BBC after IPOB? Why is BBC after IPOB? Why do they want to shut us up? Why don't they want us to talk? Why is BBC after IPOB? That is our topic for today. But before we go ahead with the topic, we must pray. Elohim, Abba Father in heaven. Tamara. The one who reigns in the heavens and reigns upon the earth, the Father of all spirits, we worship you. The creator of all things living and dead, the creator of the sun, moon, and stars, the creator of all the wonders of the world, we worship you. We give you glory, for you alone is God, and there is no one like you. No man is God. Elohim, we call upon your name this day, that our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, where he is, you shall continue to protect him, you shall continue to guide him, you shall continue to keep him safe and sound, even though he is in the midst of the enemies, even though he is in the midst of woes and all kinds of wild animals. Protect him, guide him. Let him continue to remain strong as you have always kept him strong. Nanaway, we pray for all of our members, all IPOB members all over the world, that we remain strong even in the face of challenges. We remain strong and focused and resolute. Give us all that we need to dismantle the abilities of the enemy. Let us remain focused. Lord, we pray for all lovers of freedom and all that is doing one thing or the other to ensure that they become free from their oppressors, and those that love the freedom of Biafra, that they also shall experience peace and progress wherever they are in whatever country. Lord, we pray for our men in the forest, guiding our land from the ravening wolves and from the terrorists, from all the beasts from Sahel, from all the beasts, both those that have been put in uniform and those that are out of uniform, those that disguise as headsmen. Lord, we pray that our men should be able to defeat all our enemies that have come to bring hell to our people. Let our men give them the hell that they look for. Lord, we pray. We thank you, for you alone is God. For even as this message is going out, let it sink into the hearts of our people. And let the purpose for this message be achieved. Thank you, Abba Father. Thank you, Elohim. In the name of Tamara, Ayiba Aziba Izbe, Ogene, Barry, Chukwokike Abiyama. Ise. More power. Today, as I said earlier, we are talking about a topic which I titled as a question, actually, which says, why is BBC after IPOB? You know, BBC is British Broadcasting Corporation. Some days back, we saw what BBC did, blackmailing IPOB media warriors, accusing them for being the cause for insecurity in the entire zoo, and mostly in Biafra land. They did a particular documentary where you will find some burnt cars, some people that were killed. They pointed out some people that were killed and said that it is as a result of the broadcast, the Facebook broadcast and broadcasts from other social media platforms that IPOB media warriors engaged in that resulted in the death and the destruction of properties and all that. For somebody that do not know our story, for somebody who may not have come in contact with IPOB before now, that probably is just getting to see the BBC documentary, the person will have a particular idea that, these people called media warriors, IPOB media warriors. In fact, they are very wicked people. They are people that engage in hate speech. They have too many followers, and they've been creating hatred amongst people, amongst tribes in Nigeria. There must be this, there must be that. They must be hunted. You know, they painted it so well. I must say, BBC, they are very, very good at it, because, you know, this is something that one may just think, they just started. No. They have been on this for years. They have been looking at how they will be able to package something like this in order to blackmail IPOB. You know, as I say, when you want to kill a dog, you give the dog a bad name. So BBC have been working on this for years. Don't think they just came up with it. No. It's because they have not been able to find a way whereby they can paint the picture in the way that they just did it. They have been working on it for many years. And now they have just been able to package it in the way that it will suit them. BBC. Well, they tried. They did a very good work to disinform those that are not informed. And funny enough, they called what our media warriors are doing disinformation. Meanwhile, they are the ones that just engage in disinformation. BBC engage in disinformation, and they are calling those that have been calling out evil. They call them evil. That is how you know people that are evil. Those that have been calling out evil, good people that have been calling out evil and saying that these things must stop. People cannot be dying anyhow. And you're saying that people that are abroad, people that are in diaspora, are calling for violence in their country. People that are in diaspora. It is people that are in diaspora. You know, funny enough, BBC did not include any of the media warriors that are resident in Biafra land. Do you think They don't know about those that are resident in Biafra land. Why did they focus on those that are resident abroad? Why did they focus on those that are in diaspora? Why? Why? Why didn't they say that there are some people in Biafra land that are also engaged in this? Why? Because they want to create a picture that the people abroad do not know what is happening on the ground, and they are the ones instigating violence for a place they know nothing about, for a place that they have not been in for many years. But there are people in Biafra land that are more radical than people abroad. They are media warriors. More radical. They tell the truth the way it is. They report it the way it is. They are in Biafra land. And it is because of the strength of the media warriors in Biafra land and in the zoo in general. That is why the media warriors abroad are strong, because they are giving them information right on the ground. And our media warriors don't just come up to talk. IPOB don't just come out to talk. We talk with facts. And our facts cannot be challenged. That is why our leader is in the custody of the zoo, going to a year now. By next month, it will be 1 year. By June this year, it will be 1 year that our leader have been in the custody of the zoo. They have been taking him to court. They have not been able to find anything against him. Do you think if they have been able to find anything against him, they would have been able to do what they did? Or they would have just kept him like that? They can't find anything against him. And Britain knows, BBC knows that they cannot find anything against our leader. That is why BBC have come out to paint a particular color so that they can begin to make this to become popular. Oh, IPOB is engaged in hate speech. They are this and they are that. They have bribed all the social media platforms. Yes, yet we still pass our message, and we will continue to pass our message. We shall continue to pass our message. We still pass our message. No matter how much you bribe, we will still pass our message, and the world will still hear us. We are the people. IPOB is not just some few people. If you like, identify the ones you know. If you like, arrest everybody you know. There will still be IPOB. Arrest everybody you can see. Oh, this one is strong. You go after him. Kill anybody you know. IPOB will still be there because we are the people. If you think the people that are active and powerfully active right now are powerful, and you want to stop them, you want to quiet them, there are more coming up. That are far wiser and smarter than you can ever think. Our weapon is very simple. It is the truth. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, made it very clear. He said that he shall bring down the zoo with the truth. And one will be wondering, why is this BBC so interested in IPOB? We have made our mission very, very simple. Our mission is to ensure that Biafra is a sovereign country upon this surface of the earth. And there is nothing anybody can do about that. And we cannot stop until that mission is achieved. But why is BBC after us? Why does BBC want to silence us? You might be wondering. BBC is after us, and BBC want to silence us for a particular reason. BBC want to silence us because BBC is the propaganda machine of the British Empire. That is why it is called British Broadcasting Corporation. British Broadcasting Corporation. It is the propaganda machine. Britain is not there for news. Britain is there for propaganda. Britain is a propaganda machine. BBC, rather, is a propaganda machine for Britain. They only tell news in the interest of the empire called Britain. You must know that today there is a country called the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is not the same thing as Britain. Though the United Kingdom is a child born out of Britain, but the United Kingdom is a country. Britain is an empire. I will take that again. The United Kingdom is a country in Europe. Britain is an empire that is beyond Europe. The British Empire is still there on the ground. The British Empire has not gone extinct. And the BBC is not a propaganda machine for the United Kingdom. The BBC is a propaganda machine for Britain. That is why it is not called United Kingdom Broadcasting Corporation. It is British Broadcasting Corporation. The British Empire is still alive. Even though countries are said to have been given independence out of Britain, most of those countries are still operating under the British Empire. Most of these countries are still operating under the British Empire. The British Empire is still very much alive. The British Empire is very, very much alive. And BBC is working for the ideology of the British Empire. But you might be wondering if as I have told you, the United Kingdom is a country and it is different from the British Empire. Yes, the United Kingdom is a country in Europe. Okay? The United Kingdom is a country in Europe. This country, as the United Kingdom, okay, this country as the United Kingdom, operators of the United Kingdom are those that manage the British Empire. Even though they operate on an international basis as the United Kingdom, they manage the empire called Britain on the ground, or what they call Great Britain. They are great with their deception. They are great with their deception. Is the propaganda machine, the propaganda arm of the British Empire, BBC. Britain is their colonial name. You know, I said it wasn't the United Kingdom. It wasn't the United Kingdom that that colonized the zoo, that colonized Nigeria, colonized the rest of Africa. It was Britain. Britain also colonized the United States. But the United States, together with the help of other European countries, European nations, fought Britain, defeated Britain, chased Britain out, and they became free. That is why the United States is not a part of the Commonwealth of Britain. When you see Britain do a festival, Commonwealth festival and all of that, what are they telling you? When they say Commonwealth, every country in the Commonwealth of Britain is still under the British Empire. The celebration of the Commonwealth of Britain is the celebration of the British Empire. When they do those festivals, they are telling you that the British Empire is still very much alive, even though it is underground. And in deception, you have your freedom. But in reality, you're not free. Like all oppressors, Britain doesn't promote the truth, nor protect it. Because no empire is built on the basis of freedom of people and racial equality. There is no empire that is built on racial equality. No empire is built on the truth. No empire is built on the freedom of people. Most of the times, people are forced to be members of empires, directly or indirectly. And Britain is an empire. And BBC is the propaganda machine of that empire. I want this message to spread around the world. Let the world know what BBC is. The world must know what BBC is. BBC is a propaganda machine of that empire that fights the truth. That empire that fights against the equality of peoples. Because for one to build an empire, you must have a capital. You must have a place, a center of power from where every other parts of that empire is controlled from. And people from that place usually see themselves superior to others. Never equal. Even in the United Kingdom, some people still feel themselves superior to others. But because there is some kind of balance, some of them are able to go through. But not all of them are happy. The people of Ireland fought Britain to be free. Yet Britain did not allow all of them to go, just as they want to do to Biafra. That they want some part of Biafra to leave and leave the other part for Britain. Nigeria is a child of Britain. Nigeria is Britain. Nigeria is Britain. Nigeria is a British language. Nigeria is not an African word. Nigeria is Britain. Nigeria is a slave state of Britain. Nigeria is not a country in Africa. Nigeria is a slave enclave of Britain located in West Africa. Nigeria is Britain. And that is why no president without British approval is allowed to rule Nigeria. If you were not the choice of Britain, you will not be allowed to rule Nigeria. And of course, you must rule under the strict supervision of Britain. Under the strict supervision of any evil person they place as an ambassador to Nigeria. Like Katrina Lang is doing. And one will be wondering, in case you're not aware of how Nigeria was created, of how many countries were created in Africa, in case you're not aware, I will be teaching that as well. After the Berlin Conference that was held in the city of Berlin in Germany in the 1880s, Britain and the rest of our greedy European neighbors divided Africa. They shared Africa amongst themselves. And they told themselves, whatever lands you grab, you declare, and we all will accept that it is yours. Some people are saying that our radio do not have voice. That there is no, but when I check, everything is sound from my end. Everything is sound here. There is, everything is sound, the volume is sound, everything is sound from my end. It is not from my end. The radio is supposed to be talking very, very well from my end. There is no problem from my end. I will advise that we all check. It should be your own device. Okay? Somebody else is saying that it is okay. Check, it should be your device, because from my end it is fine. Everything is fine. The volume, the sound, everything is fine. You know, the enemies have been working hard to ensure that our voice doesn't come out, but we'll always defeat them. Always. They can never defeat us. So, we must continue. So, they decided to share Africa amongst themselves. Those of us in Biafra land, we had no business with Fulani. Fulani had no business with us. We were all independent people living our lives peacefully until Britain and her neighbors in Europe chose to decide our destinies for us, to halt our own destinies and destroy the livelihood of our forefathers, and stole everything, including their lives and future. And that is why we're doing this. They came to our land killing people. Today we talk about terrorism. You see UN and all these Western platforms, Western organizations and Western nations talking about terrorism. But when you want to talk about the terrorism committed by Europe, the whole of Western Europe, to the rest of the world, going to places, killing them, and taking over their lands, they wouldn't want you to talk about that. No, they don't want you to talk about it. They want you to accept it like it is a norm. And they have not stopped terrorism. The West have not stopped terrorism. You can do your terrorism any other places in the world. Not here, not in Biafra land. We won't let you. We won't let you. All those other people in the Middle Belt, in the zoo, and all those other people, they can choose to allow you support Fulani, to terrorize them. We will not. We will not allow you. We won't let you do that. They came here and created artificial boundaries according to how it suits them. Somebody said the IPOB community radio is silent. Well, something needs to be done about that, but not from my end, actually. Maybe it should be a technical fault, but it's obviously not from my end. Everything is fine here. The voice is coming out very, very well, and it is very, very clear from this end. So it's not from here. It's not from here. It might be maybe the network in that area. I do not know, but it's not from my end. So I will continue. So as I was saying, these Europeans created artificial boundaries on our land. And when they created these artificial boundaries, they called them nations. They called these artificial boundaries nations. Meanwhile, these artificial boundaries are not even countries. Some countries were divided by European nations that came here to create boundaries for us. Biafra was divided. Germany took a part. Britain took a part. Odua was divided. France took a part. Britain took a part. Many nations and many countries in Africa were divided according to how much lands these people could grab. Just as in River State and in Imo State, you have Egbema on one side and Egbema on the other side. That is how they grabbed and shared nations. Oh, France, you have grabbed up to this place. This is your boundary. I have grabbed up to this place. This is my boundary. We have to settle it in the League of Nations. The League of Nations is what gave birth to the United Nations. The League of Nations was actually a league that was formed in the Berlin Conference by the Europeans. It is, or it was, a European organization. And it is that same European organization that gave birth to what they call United Nations today. League of Nations. So when they grab all these things, they go to the League of Nations and give their reports. So when Britain grabbed all the lands together, including that of Fulani, they went there. No, sorry, including that of Hausa, because Fulani have no land in what is called the zoo or Nigeria. Fulani have no land. So they went to the League of Nations and announced, oh, these places are now our territories. Meanwhile, the people living there didn't even know that their lands had been declared territory of Britain. And then Britain started fighting the local people, killing people in their numbers. Till today, they have not apologized because they are still doing the same. They are still doing the same thing. And in order to keep the zoo controlled. In order to control the zoo, they had to employ a servant. And they saw no other servant fit enough to do their bidding except the Fulani. It's only Fulani that they were able to see that could do their bidding. They were able to find Fulani. And why did they choose Fulani to do their bidding? Why did they choose Fulani? You might be wondering. Why should Britain choose Fulani to do their bidding? Why did Britain choose Fulani? Why is Fulani the choice of Britain to manage their slave and their slave state called Nigeria? Is because Fulani, they said politics is a game of interest, right? So also is international politics. Fulani is not native to the zoo. Fulani is not native to the zoo. Neither is Britain native. But Fulani have found a way to live here in the zoo or in the territories that is called Nigeria in the north. They have found a way to live. But they are not native to the place, and they are interested in colonizing the local people. So because their interests came together, Britain chose instead to use them, because people that their interests align are people that can work together. So Britain chose to use Fulani instead. Britain chose to use Fulani to work with Fulani so that Fulani can manage their empire for them. And that is exactly what is going on. That is why no matter what Fulani does, BBC will never report anything against Fulani terrorism. BBC has never reported, BBC have never done any documentary on Boko Haram. BBC had never done any documentary on ISIS West Africa. BBC have never done any documentary on the Boko Haram that have spread all over the north, which they call bandits. BBC have never done any documentary on insecurity in Nigeria. BBC have never done any documentary on the local people that are being killed in their farms. BBC have never done any documentary on Fulani terrorism spreading all over the zoo. BBC have never done any documentary on communities that have been wiped out in the middle belt. But BBC chose to do a documentary on IPOB media warriors, whose aim is to see to it that there is peace in their land. How else do you fight for peace? You fight the aggressor if you want to have peace. What do peacekeeping missions do? When peacekeeping missions go to countries where there are war, peacekeeping missions, on normal day, they go to fight the oppressors so that at least there can be peace and everybody can discuss. Even though sometimes some of these peacekeeping organizations are actually working for the overall oppressors of the world, And if those people, if the local people are actually fighting to save their lives, and these people want to shut them up, they will go and be fighting the local people instead of to fight those people that are actually oppressing them. That's what they do. That is exactly what they do. So Britain cannot call out IPOB media warriors, calling them names and attributing things that are happening. Because Britain, even CNN talked about the NSAS. Britain never did. Britain never did. Britain never did any documentary or tried to cover the NSAS. Britain never did. The only time Britain talked about the NSAS during when the NSAS was ongoing, Britain was actually giving a report against the people. Meanwhile, the whole world knows that NSAS was the people speaking up against police brutality. But rather, Britain took sides with the evil state of Nigeria that was killing her own people. Has there ever been a time where BBC have made any documentary talking about how police are treating citizens in Nigeria? Has there ever been a time? Has there ever been a time where BBC have done any documentary about how police extort the citizens of Nigeria? Has there ever been a time where Britain have done a documentary, or where BBC rather have done a documentary where they have showed how the Nigerian state is polluting the lands, the Biafran lands in the coast, polluting our waters, polluting our lands, whereby we can no longer farm, we can no longer fish. Has there ever been a time where BBC did any of these documentaries? Has there ever been a time where BBC did a documentary concerning any community that have been invaded by the same government of people that you consider to be the same? Has there ever been a time where BBC did any of such documentaries? There has never been a time like that. BBC have never done any of such documentaries. But BBC is busy looking at ways whereby they can blackmail freedom fighters. Freedom fighters that are trying to do what they would never do. That are trying to call out evil that they will never call out. BBC, has there ever been a time where you talked about how Obasanjo attacked Odi? Have you ever done that? Has there ever been a time where was BBC during the Biafran genocide of 1967 to 70? What role did you play, BBC? What role did you play? When children are being starved, what role did you play? No, you were busy calling those that were fighting for their lives, calling them rebels. You were busy changing the whole story because we didn't have an opportunity to have something like Radio Biafra that the whole world can listen to. You took advantage of it and you misinformed the whole world. Many people in the world didn't even know that there was war going on in the zoo called Nigeria. Meanwhile, our fathers were dying in their numbers. What role did you play? What role did Britain play? What role did BBC play? BBC, you are talking about IPOB media warriors creating tribal hatred and all of that. BBC, were you not the ones that first of all created the Igbo hatred in the rest of the zoo? When the first coup was plotted that contained all of Nigerians, all, what role did you play? Why did you call it an Igbo coup? Why did you make such reports that will anger the Hausa people and the Yoruba people, that will make them hate Igbo? BBC, what role did you play? Were you not the ones that first called it an Igbo coup? You analyzed it very simple. An Igbo man was the one that plotted the coup. An Igbo man was the one that stopped the coup. And because he stopped the coup, and because the president was dead, or rather the prime minister was dead, and there was tension in the country, Agui Ronsi had to step in and put the zoo called Nigeria together. But what role did BBC play? BBC said that the coup was an Igbo coup. So the good works of Agui Ronsi and Ojukwu in order to save the zoo became evil in the sight of those that they decided to save the zoo from. They decided to bring normalcy to the government. But no, you have called it an Igbo coup. Britain, BBC, what role did you play? Why did you come to the zoo and start? We're back. What role did you play, BBC? Why did you have to hold meetings advising Fulani, giving them ideas of why, after killing Agui Ronsi and killing many Igbo officers, why did you hold meetings with the military men and started telling them that power should remain in the north? The Yoruba man that was the most senior officer should not take over power. A Yoruba man was the most senior officer. Gowon was not the most senior officer in the army. A Yoruba man was. And that was why Ojukwu was not pleased. Odumego Ojukwu was questioning that Gowon is not the most senior officer, that they have a senior officer. But Gowon was the most senior officer in the north. Who gave them all those ideas? Britain. You came to the zoo that you claim to have given independence, and you're telling them how to hate Igbo. You're telling them how to fight Igbo. You're telling them how to fight Biafra. And you said over your dead body will Biafra be free. You think we have forgotten? Or you think we don't keep records? You think we don't keep records? We do. We know the stories. We know the role Britain played. We know the role BBC played. We know the roles you all played. We know the roles you played. We know the role that BBC played. I want us to check again if you can hear me. I think you should be able to hear me now on the radio. I want us to check on the radio if you can hear me, because I think I've been working on everything. Some people are telling me that the radio is not talking, but check on the radio again, check on the app. It should be talking now. It should be talking. So what role did you play? It is you that have the guts now. I thought you wanted to remain silent. BBC Britain, I thought you wanted to remain neutral. Why didn't you continue to remain neutral? Because you have seen that we have overpowered the zoo. You have seen that they cannot stop us. You have seen now that we have overpowered them. So you want to take it upon yourself. You are BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. You have the hearing of the world. The whole world is listening to you. You have the hearing of the whole world. Now, you want to blackmail IPOB freedom fighters all over the world. Oh, you want to tell the whole world that these people are the ones causing insecurity in the land. You want to blackmail them so that in all the countries where they are, those countries can begin to deliver them, just as stupid Kenya did to deliver our leader to the zoo. They will begin to rendition all of them. You think you're smart? BBC. You must understand that right now we know all your tricks. All. With an exception of none. We know all your tricks. All your tricks. You cannot trick us anymore. You cannot trick us anymore. We know all your tricks. You must understand that all the tricks of Britain and all the hide and seek game you've been playing and giving advice to the zoo, we know that you are the one doing all those things. Now you have decided to come out. You have decided to come out with your evil reports. Right now, we shall be opening the lines. I want to apologize that we shall not be able, you will not be able to call us on WhatsApp and on Skype for today. You shall not be able to call us on WhatsApp and on Skype. You will only call us on Signal. The Signal number is there. You can call us on Signal. If you have the Signal number already, that's fine. But if you don't, you can still call on Signal. I'll call out the number for you. The number to call on Signal is +45 7164 5962. The number to call on Signal, I repeat, is +45 7164 5962. And please try as much as possible to keep to time. 3 minutes is enough for each caller. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Biafra, we hail thee.
My name is Mazur. First, I want to report information that happened when our radios were out. The tuning app have removed our radio. Tuning have removed our radio. I searched the whole engine. I searched both even every radio in London. Even our radio is not found among the radio in London again. And even inside their platform, they have removed Radio Biafra inside their platform. Maybe they are working with the TV.
It's very obvious now. It's very obvious. They have decided to take the fight upon themselves because it's so have failed. Yes. It's normal, it's expected.
Yes, and we need to watch out. We check other apps that carry our signal.
Okay.
They are still okay.
Okay.
And now I want to contribute based on these criminals. They think they are so fast. They can come and kill our people, wasting 6 million of Biafrans. They come and take our oil, take all our mineral resources, and they will come and kill us and put our parts inside their hospital. And at the same time, they will come and doing all their boo yaya. I think this is the time for us to tighten our feet very well, because this media war that they are started will sue Britain and sue their BBC, because Britain and BBC even capture their land in Nigeria. I think this is the time for our warrior to go to, maybe, let me say, let the Amazonian enter Nigeria and go and take her, because IPOB don't take people. Let the Amazonian go inside Nigeria and take her, because they are the people that cause the Amazonian people the pain they are passing through. Let them have small pain in their bone. And also, I'm praying for Amazonia to go inside Nigeria as the Nigeria kidnap their leader and send people in a run. Let them go inside Nigeria and take that motherfucker. And the two Biafrans, our warrior. I bless you people. You people are doing great. You people are making history. God will bless you abundantly. Continue doing your work. In the soonest time, your name is going to be read in the history books. I met a British man. I met a British man today. I told him about the Biafra. He said you don't know about Biafra. I told him to go into your home and search Biafra. It's a country. So he told me yes. But later I told him, you know that Biafra is the second country in Africa that have pyramids, because we have first pyramid in Egypt, the second one is in Sudan, and the third one is in Biafra. So you don't know about the pyramid in Biafra. I say, go back to your home, start in your days. You will find the third country that have pyramid. He said, how did they? But there is not any link between the Sudan and the Ethiopia. I told him that and also the Sudan are the people that are built in Biafra. I told him it's a Jewish people during the slave trade. under the Pharaoh. When some of them left, say it's not true. There is no any.
Mazi, check your network. Check your network. Your voice is not coming out very clearly.
You are hearing me now?
I can hear you, but it breaks, kind of.
Okay. I told him that he's supposed to go and check about the pyramid in Africa. And then after everything, I said he's going to check information about it. My brother, God bless you all. God bless you, Christian. All right, Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. You say? You say? Thank you very much. That was a nice one. The lines are open. The lines are open. And you can call in and give your contributions. The lines are open and you can call in. So we have been talking about why BBC is after IPOB. BBC is after IPOB because the only reason why they gave power to Fulani to control the rest of the zoo is because of their interest in Biafra land. Because they cannot allow a Biafran to control Biafra, to control Biafra land freely, for the Biafran people to live freely. Because the Biafran people living freely means that the Biafran people will be free indeed, because our culture is freedom. There is no people in this world that have a culture like that of us, that of ours, which is hinged on freedom. The Biafran culture is hinged on freedom. And any people that don't want you free will not want you to rule yourself the way that pleases you. Because a Biafran will not take oppression from even his fellow Biafran. He won't take it. Not to talk about taking it from strangers. It will not happen. So we have our culture that is hinged on freedom. We're not like other people in other places whereby one man just chooses to be powerful and then he decides the destiny of every other person around him. That's not Biafra. You are rich and powerful for yourself, for your own enjoyment and that of your family. Not to come and tell other people how they will live their lives. So we have a culture of freedom. And Britain is not satisfied with that. And that is why we cannot be at peace with all these politicians that they have placed on our land by force. We cannot be at peace with them because they are not representing the people. They are not the kind of people that can be at helm of affairs and our people will be satisfied with them. They are not the kind of people, they are not men of character. Many of them are not men of character. So the lines are open. You can only call us on Signal +45 7164 5962. The lines are open. BBC, why are you after IPOB? I know probably some of you may not be so comfortable that today it's only Signal, it's only the Signal line that we are using. We are using only Signal line for today. I know some are not comfortable with that, but we're using Signal for now because there is a little challenge with the WhatsApp and the Skype. Okay, there is a little challenge with the WhatsApp and the Skype. So, but next week we should be able to bring back, but it should be, we are going to announce the numbers. We're not going to use that same number for WhatsApp anymore. We'll use another one. Okay, and it will be announced what numbers we will use. But for now, you can only call us on Signal. You can only call us on Signal. So, BBC is after IPOB because BBC do not want the world to know what is going on, what IPOB is doing, and why we are doing what we are doing. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, thank you very much. Mazi Tarinemi, good morning to you too, my dear brother. Am I coming out to you, Mazi?
Yes, you are coming out very, very clearly. Right on.
Indeed, my brother, I try to reduce my system. Machineke, I want to thank you for your good work to Biafrans all over the world. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling from Italy. Mazi Tari, this morning, I know you are talking about BBC, but then the program was somehow, so I was not able to comprehend because the network was full, because I'm actually listening from the app, not from online or something like that.
I'm very, very sorry about that. I'm very sorry.
Yes.
Right on.
Yes. All the same, we must continue. We don't need much talk. Once the message comes out, once the topic comes out, to understand the listing. So what I want to do this morning, Mazi, is to appreciate Biafrans all over the world, and to also let Biafrans know that this is the time we need to be encouraged. BBC News has given us a step to climb, and we have to climb it. People should not see this as anything like this plan forward, because these people, they have lots and lots of atrocities BBC and Britain has committed against Biafrans over the years, and we are going to be bringing them out for them. We are going to be bringing these atrocities to the world, one after the other, step by step, because they have actually gone for it, and we are going to give it to them. But I want Biafrans to understand that freedom, anything you see in freedom is always expected. You should expect anything at any level of this of our freedom, or any stage. I use the word stage of this of our agitation. We should expect anything from anybody, from any person, from any society. So there is nothing that is going to surprise us. Our own work is to make sure that we stand strong. We remain very strong to defend our land. We do whatsoever thing we have to do. We support the ESN. We support our men on ground. It is very, very important, because this documentary that BBC released is like a way of planning to heighten the invasion in our land.
Of course. Of course.
So
that's the purpose.
It's a way of planning, yes, to heighten the invasion of our land. So what we need to do now as Biafrans is to go back and sit and put our tables, put everything together. What am I trying to say is that if you are supporting ESN with 20 euro or 30 euro, please and please, I urge you to double it. Because we must equip our men on ground. We are not hiding it. Somebody cannot come to your land to kill you, and you are watching and saying you are doing UN. Should I continue, Mazi?
Continue.
Yes. Somebody cannot come to your land to kill you, and you say you are doing UN. You are doing UN law. No. Before you do UN law, you must first of all prepare to defend yourself, especially when you have been a victim for so long and your people and your race has been massacred, just like in the case of Biafra. So therefore, Biafrans all over the world, I am urging us, we should not say they are just talking. No, it's a set-up plan. It's a plan. They are coming stage by stage. This is the stage to prepare the ground to heighten their invasion, which is to heighten the genocide which is already going on in our land. So we must prepare also to defend ourselves at any level they go. So please and please, Biafrans, my call this morning is for all of us to continue to support ESN. It is very, very important, because the land of Biafra must be defended. And also youth on ground must be on high alert. Shine your eye. Anything that moves around your community, make sure you halt it and then question it. Anything you don't understand, please and please, we must be security conscious in this time, and anything they are bringing to us, we should be ready to face it. And in keeping to this faith, please let me announce this number to Biafrans in Italy. This announcement from IPOB, National Body of Italy, signed by IPOB National Coordinator. And it is for Biafrans in Italy to call this number and you'll be directed on how to support ESN. We should know that any means we are supporting ESN must be through the list approved by HODDOS, because DOS must approve any channel to support ESN. So please, here are the numbers from IPOB National Body, signed by the National Coordinator of IPOB in Italy. The first number is +39 35100 46055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. The second is +39 37130 44902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them you call, you will be directed on how to support ESN. Then secondly, we are inviting Biafrans in Italy, friends of Biafrans, Igbo groups, our well-wishers, to our 30th of May Heroes and Heroines Commemoration Day, which will be taking place in Padova. The venue in Padova is Piccolo Teatro. Piccolo Teatro via Asolo 2. Via Asolo 2. You know, 2 is 2 in Italy. So Piccolo Teatro via Asolo 2 in Italy. So please, if you are in the position to invite your Sindaco, please invite them and come with them. And also there is a directive that all coordinators in Italy should make sure our flyers that is in the forum around should be printed out and shared to all the people around you in your various cities or your workplace or whatever thing or wherever place you are. Please share our flyers to people. We are going to convey our message to the world that very day in a very spectacular way, and we must remember and honor our heroes and heroines that died that we may live. BBC can do whatever thing they can do. Our demand is the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and referendum. Or we will take our freedom either by peace or by pieces. They can do whatever documentary they want to do. We don't care what BBC say. BBC is being banned in China. They are banned in Israel. Indeed, they are banned everywhere because of their evil and their falsification of news and information. These people are demonic in nature, and we have no BBC. They say they have woken up the sleeping lion. They think they can weigh us down by putting out such lies, deceit, and falsified information. See that Biafrans are ready. This generation of Biafrans, they are about to see what they have never seen before. BBC, God will punish all of you. God will punish Katrina Lang. Well, I don't know where they held the meeting with George Obioso, but Katrina Lang, if you want to come to Biafra land, please give us 24 hours notification and give us where we are coming. And our women will show you that they protested in 1929 against your forefathers. These people think we are joking, but at this time around, they are going to see the kind of people they have not seen before. Katrina Lang, we don't want your foot in the land of Biafra. We don't want anything BBC in the land of Biafra. That is it. Because you cannot come to kill us and expect us to keep quiet. Anything they can do, they can say, they can write. We are ready for anything. I am in Italy. Nobody, I will wear my t-shirt, my cap, everywhere I'm going. Who can tell me a terrorist? Are you mad? I take you to court here now. Thank you, Mazi. Biafrans must remain resolute. We should not look back. And say, fear not, for I am with you. We have called on our God. We have done our atonement, and this time around, God is going to fight for us, and the enemies will be destroyed in our land. All the military in the land of Biafra, killing our people, mounting checkpoints, searching our people. The land of Biafra will swallow all of you. Fulani Nama, we don't want to see one in the land of Biafra. We have our own AFI. we will be using our AFib to take care of our people. That is it. Let us go your own, let us start our own. That is all we are asking for, nothing again. Mazi, thank you for this opportunity. We are angry, but BBC is going to see what they have not seen before. Look at what they are doing in Sokoto. Killing a girl. Mob action. For what reason? Who has said anything about that? Biafrans in the north should come back. Because you say you are a Biafran, you are in the north. Well, they can kill you. They know if they kill you that we are going to retaliate. But the thing is that you are already dead. Because if that girl was to be a Biafran, I don't think there would be any Fulani man in Biafran land like this time. Because all of them, we will burn all of them alive. We will burn all of them alive. This is their thing, they come and do Allah Akbar and kill people. We will burn all of you alive. God punish all of you there. And they were my dear brother. Chukwabiyama bless you. Remember.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The lines are open. The lines are open, and I can see there are some of us that have been trying to call while the other call was going on. Please, you can still call, and please try to keep to the time. 3 minutes is enough to pass the message. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, my African rep, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you very loud and clear.
My African rep, don't bother yourself. They can do their best to stop our radio because our radio just started talking. Good. Biafrans all over the world. Our leader said this will come. BBC will talk about us. Are they not talking about us now?
They are, of course.
Are they not talking about us now? Are they talking about telling us that they did this in their land? Are they our own radio Biafra? Our radio. Our radio is here. That is what our leader has come in and have done his work. Our leader have proved to Chukwabiyama that they called his sending to come and be divorced. He has done it. And our leader said he will lead the battle. He's still not leading the battle. Our own duty is to go to Abuja and bring our leader out from Paris. Simple. And it's like every university, Fulani must release our leader. Whether Fulani must to release, no one wants to confirm it. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We are not second. Because we are second. We'll make sure that every Biafra, anywhere you are free, so that you will not worship our own. The nation. That Lord of this world, everyone is one that created everyone, including that caricature. All one actually. I have to show my God. Anywhere you are, dear friends, we are big, either this meeting, something, my father, the bishop, because only who collect today, that's how they are doing it. We are here to make sure that we are fair. Nobody will save us except we. Don't have hand. Full and have to be like, we have to save us. Don't think anything. Let's go down and say, I couldn't. Asking that wisdom Solomon chapter 7. Then they say we can bless you. Bless you, not your body. Bless you, I think our leaders there. Africa, the way they are carrying you for who? Not the way they carry you to the water. Luke chapter 10, verse 1 to 10. And the same Luke chapter 4, from verse 1 to 10. Our leader is facing the mission.
Mazi, check your network. The call is breaking.
Africa, something like that. Because I don't tell you now. We don't know what is coming to us. You see this time, under the death of Square all of my life, most in my head. When I think I bring you. We are standing at the door of Biafra. We are just waiting for Onyendu to unlock that key so we can all get in. But we are at the doorpost. When British do what they are doing now and they are useless BBC is exactly what they did in 1967. We know, it's just like you said, we know their tricks, we know their game. But there is one announcement I want to make this afternoon from where I'm residing. Obiozo, so-called George, Ohaneze Ndibu, everybody that we see with Katirolang of British, the evil prostitute woman that goes around in Africa, destroying Africa. She went to Zimbabwe, she destroys Zimbabwe. She is doing what she knows how to do best. Everybody, anybody, any group of people associating themselves with that woman that colonized Africa through proxy, and they're killing our people. They killed 5 million Biafrans. They are on it again. They are doing what they know how to do best. And they are busy visiting so-called elders. All of them are the enemy of the people. And we will hold them responsible for all the death of our people. Because they have not spoken, not even one death of a Biafran. They have not spoken, not even when a girl was killed in Uli, not when all the killings in Biafra that Onyendu has been shouting. None of these people taking pictures, having meeting with Katunolang, has ever spoken for the death of their citizens, their brothers, their children. All they want to do is to do one Nigeria. But we, this generation, we will surprise them. Let them wait and see. Even if they stop radio, nothing will stop Biafra from coming. They should write it down. All the people that are talking nonsense about Igbo presidency, Igbo presidency, all of you will die with that Igbo presidency. You will be in one place one day doing that your thing. Spirit of death of Biafrans will come and slaughter all of you. You will all die doing what you're doing. Continue. We're watching you. Mazindewo, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to our people. We are getting the IG Madnana. We are holding somebody on the ground. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. We must proceed. We must continue. I really want to apologize to all those that were listening on the radio that could not get what we were saying. at the beginning that couldn't get to this message very, very clearly. Okay, I will try to see how we can pass around the different platforms to see how we can pass around the recorded broadcast so that you can as well listen to it. Okay, we'll see how we are going to do that so that you can get the message that we shared, the lecture we shared today. The lines are still open and you can call in and give your contribution. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, my African rep. I'm calling from South Africa. My name is Emmanuel Adeleti Okonkwo. I'm decided living in South Africa. So I'm thank you, my African rep, for the work that you are doing. And also our media warriors, as BBC, they have given us media warrior, IPOB. So nobody should be afraid of British. British is afraid of us. That is why they are blackmailing everything. But after they are blackmailed, you can't compare light with the darkness. British is the darkness that is you are seeing. That is why in Europe, in anywhere in the world, where the white people beside, immediately there is a darkness, they become afraid of themselves. It's like, I don't know if you have experienced this. Have you ever before, in a lonely ground, you meet a white person, or all these white families like India, Pakistan, in a lonely place, you meet one of them, one-on-one, they meet you. See how they are vibrating like a knocket at a terrace. They are vibrating because anywhere they see a darkness, they are afraid. Anyway, that is what Britain is. The reason why British is doing all these things because their hand is all over the government of the world. And this is the end of Britain. This is the end of Britain. It's not boasting, because we that fight against the children of the Most High God are fighting against God Himself. Our God is not handsome. Our God is ugly. Our God is ugly. That is why anywhere they find ugly things, they become afraid. That is why everything they want the beautiful things. But we need ugly things. So, my fellow Biafrans, you mustn't be afraid of British. And another thing that I want to add, you see, in this generation that we are in, our forefathers write, their logo is live and let live. They say it in our dialect, say, Eme bere ugo bere, nkesiri ibe ya ebela, nankukwaya. But this time around, we don't need that Obi-Wan. You understand what I mean by Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, because our HOD on, I think on Wednesday, on Thursday, Mazichina Sanworu, he said that whatever we are saying, both to our people in the media, later if we speak the English that the useless British can understand, let's also put our own language there, so that they will go to employ all the Biafrans to explain, paying them that money they refuse to pay us, to explain to them what I say. So whatever you are saying, speak our dialect. It's our own speaking in tongue, so that they will go and pay the Biafrans to come and explain it to them. And every one of us must prepare, because our leader have already said it. And I thank God to show that what we are doing is a spiritual thing. Our leader has said all these things. And after he finished this work, the level of this work, now hand him over again to the enemies. It is our Chineke. hand our leader over to the enemies. Not just kidnapping and just nothing rendition, because I don't know that rendition. I don't know the meaning of that rendition. It is our chief that took our leader and handed him back to the enemies, so that whatever he say will come to pass. Because if he's still with us, the British with their alliance will say that he's making a call. Like when our leader is with us, when his program, he opened the line for people to call. You hear people saying that whoever that call the line and say whatever they are saying, our people from Migo, our people is the one who arranged that call. So, as we are in this battle, nobody should be afraid. Our leader said, even if it's one person, and for Catronia Link, be that vampire woman, Obiozo is organizing her and with her to come to Biafra land. They are coming to kill us. Because that very day, he will be coming that place. You will see all the calamity that will be committing that very day. So that the media, the British media will say that Biafrans want to kill a British. Let me prophesy this one. Mark it. Any day you see all the Britain coming to our land, mark all this. They will make all the necessary calamity, genocide, to see that we blackmail us. That day will come that we want to kill a British citizen. Let our media warriors who are listening to me now take note and prepared, because dangers are coming ahead of us. We are the only people on this earth that the British and the people kill. They don't know the number of Biafrans they kill. That is why you see the people can suggest maybe 3 million, maybe 3.5 million, maybe 5 million. They are not accurate how many of us they kill. We are the only people that consider many genocide and many atrocities that British committed against us. But the days of British are numbered. And here in South Africa, I never see any Britain. The reason why Britain is doing all this they are doing this time around is because there's a Joe Biden in the street power of America. Because Joe Biden is a puppet. Joe Biden commits a lot of atrocity. That is why today British do everything to fit him in the power of America, so that they can see the chance to balance their economy with all the calamities that they are committing all over the world, because they are no longer in the European Union. They are no longer in the European Union. That is why they are doing everything they are doing today. If you can remember, you will hear the time our leader says that the British government to tell the American government to give them more 4 years to balance their economy. If you can remember, the time our leader said it. That is why they push Donald Trump out. So both those who are supporting them to give Russia sanction, those European countries, they are supporting them and giving Russia sanction. I'm laughing at you, because UK government are using you to balance their economy, because they are going to face a big judgment, because the anger of the people in the world will come against British when Biafra is done with them. Let me stop here and give others space to talk. So everybody must be ready. Any day they come into our land, everybody must be ready. Any of our mother who go to dance that very day, whenever you find that mother, kill that mother. We will start killing, we will start sorting ourselves. Nothing like going to be one day again in this journey to restore our kingdom. We must continue.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mazi. God bless you. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good. Our leader. My name is Hussein. I am calling from Europe, very close to the owners of the evil BBC. First of all, I want to say this. I want to thank all our media team. All our media team, media warriors, I want to give you people boza.
Yes, sir.
Biafran media team or IPOB media team, I want to say there's no one like you. There is no one like you. If I'm included, you guys can tell me, but there is no one like you. I've checked around the whole world. I've never seen a team as formidable as you. Every one of you with Tarinemi FA as the point of contact, reaching Machineke and Neka, all the people that we are mentioned in the Evil documentary. I want to say, next step is Biafra and then to heaven.
You see?
You are so good. You are
Yes,
not
sir.
trained. You are not trained as professional, ethical broadcasters or media professionals. But you have outdone media professionals, world-class media professionals. You've outdone them. They may have or parade their certificates, but you have been able to parade your story. Your story has been heard. Your story is hurting. Your story is truthful. Your story bites the ears of the British. I want to say, may Chukwu Okikabiyama bless, strengthen, guide, protect, and continually provide for you.
You see? You see?
Safety shall be yours.
You see?
Biafra you shall see, and in no distant time.
You see?
Yes. The reason why, our African rep Tarinemi asked why IPOB, why BBC is against IPOB. One of the reasons is because they want to continue being a big boy in Europe. Right now, there's hunger in Europe. There's a very high cost of petroleum in Europe. Britain or British is scared, is afraid that should this thing push on, that Biafra, once they get their freedom, will cut them off. So they want to start to paint us black. They want to start to paint us bad. They even want to prevent other countries from coming into the land. This is one of the reasons. They want to prevent every other person, every other country, every other nation that aspires, they want to assist Biafrans in coming down, or that want to come down to do their business, oil and gas business or resources business in Biafra land, that they should be scared. They should avoid coming down. But I want to say that we should intensify. Everybody should go back to tweeting again and be hammering them and be pounding them. If there be anyone among us, or if we know anyone who can do a perfect documentary to counter this, so that everyone will be armed with such documentary.
Mazi, we are working on documentaries. It's not one, it's not two. We are going to do many documentaries. We are going to expose BBC. All the things that they have done, all the evil that they have put their hands in concerning our and the genocide of our people. We are going to expose them before the whole world. They think they can do documentaries. They will know that we can also do far more documentaries than they can do.
Better ones, yes. I will deliver some of the documentary in person to at least 2 different countries in Europe. In Netherlands, I can deliver to their government directly. In Germany, I can deliver to their politicians directly. Directly. So forgive my tongue.
Very good. Very good.
Yes. I hope we are aware that Britain, last 2 weeks, about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, they activated this same thing they did. What do they call it? Dissemination, or what is this grammar they are using? Disinformation.
Yeah, disinformation.
They activated their disinformation team against Russia. Are you guys aware?
Yes.
And this guy, Boris Johnson, announced it. They are the people who I have 12 of Russians living under where I stay now. Women that were brought here, women and children that were brought here for safety, because they live at the side of Ukraine. they don't know, because they don't speak the same language, that Britain is the devil, the rat that is biting them and blowing them bruised. So if after this documentary, we should push towards doing a documentary or a voiceover in one, Russian language, and two, with the language of any of the enemies of BBC and Britain.
That's a
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yes. That's a good idea. Yes, we have to do that, because these people, these Europeans that we are with, they don't listen to English. Many of them don't know English, so they don't know our stories. Sometimes they see pictures, they're not interested. They don't want to know the story behind it. One thing that that gave these guys edge over us, BBC, is that they speak or they translate to several other languages. So this time around, this is an avenue for us to also do our documentaries and then translate, not just written translation, but a voiceover with the language of those with whom we are seeking their support, alliance, or diplomatic bilateral ties with.
Good.
Yes.
Good
if
idea.
we speak their language, they will listen to us the more. Because I have been here, I have some letters that are meant for German government, Netherlands government, but they could not fly because they were written in English. It's not that they don't hear or speak English, but it is not their mother tongue, and they are not interested when it is in English.
It is difficult. It's difficult for them.
It's difficult. It's easier for them to read their language and
of course,
pay attention. Not just paying attention, react in respect to that. I think this is an advice I am as well giving to the leadership with you in contact.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a very good advice.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi. Our time is fast spent. We'll continue tomorrow so that yes, the others can continue from here.
I am sorry, but thank you for the opportunity that you have granted me to speak on your program. I want to say, dear friends, ESN, we don't kill, but we have to defend ourselves when enemy come. We don't use the language kill because we don't kill. We are godly people. We understand and respect life. We do not kill, but we defend ourselves in our land. We don't go looking for anybody to. We don't defend ourselves elsewhere, but in our land, we defend ourselves in our land, in our houses. That is what we promise to be doing, because we do not have anyone to defend us. So we have to defend ourselves. I want to say that these people, they should release our leader on Wednesday. Come 18th of May, our leader should be free. That is what we want. We want nothing other, nothing more, nothing less than that. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you. So by this, we have come to the end of today's program. I want to thank you all for listening. This is Radio Biafra, and I am Kumawe Tarinemi. This brings us to the close of today's program. Keep listening to Radio Biafra, because on this platform, you are going to hear the truth. This is where the truth is being spoken, and this is where freedom is being birthed. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. God bless you.